moved those tough guys off the ball. So I think that started up front, and O-line did a great job with them.
JT, I know you still won last year, but was there a little chip on your shoulder maybe this year, wanting to play a little different or a little better game than last year's game?
I think it's a lot of the same. I think one of the main things I tried to do was recognize the defense, have that come easy to myself, and make checks, make sure that as offense we get the best play that we possibly can. And so I think I'm doing a better job with that, and just keep on getting better. So there's always a chip, just keep on getting better. That's the main focus. Not become complacent, even though we're number 2 in the country, and I played well last year and things like that. So it was always find a way to get better, I think that's a good mindset to have, and that's what I tried to do.
You kind of won that game at overtime. Are you going to wear the black jerseys next week? Are you going to ask Coach about that? Your take on those?
I think they were really nice. Yeah, they're really fresh. But with that, I mean, that's Coach's thing, and also, I mean, I don't know. I think he liked them too, so he might whip them out again. Who knows? But nah, they're really fresh. I think the fans like them too.
JT, on that drive with 10 minutes left, when you guys got the ball back after the defense stopped them, the drive to put it away. Did you talk to the offense before you went out there? Was there any instructions? I mean, that drive was probably the best of the night.
Right. So main thing was there was a time in the game where I think the other team's gonna be like, all right, we've had enough, kind of checkmate, things like that. So with that, it was one of those type deals, looking at the offensive line like, hey, it's about that time. Let's make sure we get them out of there. So I think that was the main thing, is that make sure we capitalize and get a touchdown on that drive, which we did, which was good.
And you personally, did you feel like you were in a rhythm that you felt last year, before the injury and stuff? Where did it look like in the fourth quarter especially?
Yeah, and that's just starts off in the beginning of the game as well, so it doesn't just come in the second half. So knowing what you're doing and just trying to execute that the best way I can. So I mean, it was all good. I think we had a good game plan going to this game, in which the coaches really helped us out, and my job was just go out there and try to execute that. So
JT, before the last 2 weeks, it seemed like whenever you came into the game, you seemed a little out of sync, or at least different from how you looked last year.
Right.
The last 2 weeks, you've obviously looked good on the red zone. What's different about you in the red zone that's allowed you to look that way?
I think it was really my mindset, because the first 2 weeks I was trying to come in, I was trying to make plays, and I was trying to just force it. So with that, I mean, it's asking for bad things to happen when you try to force things instead of letting the game come to you. And so that's what my focus was, just let it come to me, and with our plays, just try to execute them the best way I can, and put our offense in the best position each and every play. So I wasn't trying to force things anymore, and that's what happened in the red zone. Just play my game, just really just let it come to me instead of forcing it.
Why were you trying to force things?
Last question,
being that I wasn't starting, and when I was coming to the game, it was like, well, I want to make a play, let me make a play. So with that, that's how the forcing came along. So now it's just, when I come to the game, just execute the play that I have, and then big plays come out of that. So that's how it deals.